This will be a very exciting lesson. We will prepare two timeline slides which will be connected to each other. Welcome back. In this lesson, we will prepare something very useful for our presentation and also good looking. This time, we'll create a timeline slide. So it will contain two slides and they will be connected together. Let's dive right into the design. I create two slides. As always, I delete everything. And I copy the title. I rename the title to Timeline, and the first step will be done. The timeline could be endless, and I know people are using this all the time. For example, how their company have developed or how something has changed in the past few years. Once again, our lovely icons come back into design. I copy all four of them and I place them on the timeline. I would like the circles to be a bit smaller and the icons a bit bigger. So I simply make the circle smaller. I do this for all of the icons. For that, I can simply click on it, and by holding the left shift key and left control key, I resize it to the same size. Okay, I think the icons are ready. I make them a bit bigger, like this, and okay. I copy all of them to the next slide. I delete one on each slide, and I start placing the icons in the right spot. Let's say it will be somewhere in the middle. I place them correctly and I start to shift them. One in the middle, one on the right, and one on the left side. I make the same on the second slide. Since the last icon will end everything, I would like it to look a bit different. So I select the icon, I go to Drawing Tools, and of course, once again, I fill it white, I select the circle in the background, and I fill it, for example, with a violet color. I get rid of the outline, no outline, and once again, since it's the last, I make it really big and standing out. Well, obviously the icon itself isn't looking as a finishing icon. I could use something else, for example, a trophy or a star. Let's say I leave this one here. And the last thing I need is a connector between the icons. So I simply go back to our previous slide, I select the line and I copy it. I can use the line for this entire slide. I make it smaller, of course, and I try to align it here. PowerPoint 2013, luckily, can connect this line, so now even if I shift the icon, it will move automatically. But I won't be shifting it, but this is just a nice feature to know about. I copy it once again and I try to adjust it to connect here. Maybe it's a bit too long, that's no problem. I try and connect it. Okay, since this is intended to be a timeline, it has to go outside of the screen because the next screen will be connected with the previous one. So let me go to the next screen and I make the same here. I copy it in the first, between the next icons. It's a bit too long, some adjustments. I'm not too precise now, but I think it's alright, it will look good. This line should be a bit more bottom. The icons could be aligned a little bit better, but that's not the point. The line is ready. The last thing we want to add is a little bit of text to fill in the slide. I adjusted the icons a bit. I disconnected it because I would like to see those little rounded icons. Let's add the text. We do not need much. I only take the text from the slide before. I copy it here. I want less text because this will be only an information about the timeline. For example, it will be a year. And what we could also do is change the text color to the color of the icon. So let me now fill out everything. As you see, I've added the text above each icon on both timeline slides. Right now we are finished with the design and we can go into animating it into a pretty timeline.